Hi, my name is Max, and this is Poketalk Game Reviews. Alright, you guys, today I'll be reviewing the Nintendo Gameboy Pocket system review. Last time I reviewed the Nintendo GameCube. Sorry I have delayed my Contra Mega Man 2 review. So by a little bit, my next few reviews will be just maybe some system reviews and handheld reviews. So, let's go ahead and dive right into this awesome small beast of a system. Alright, so here we have the Nintendo Gameboy Pocket, released in 1996. Yeah, so this review we're mainly going to be comparing it to the massive, whomping Nintendo Game Boy, the original one. First, let me give you an overview real quick. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Right here, as you can see in a second, we have the Game Boy sign. It says Pocket also next to it. The A and B buttons, I have the blue edition. There's green, silver, and see-through all along with this one, and it's pink, I believe too. Starting to select like the original one. D-pad, Nintendo logo, power indicator. The red light indicates power. On the right we have the contrast. On the left we have your auxiliary cord, I believe, something like that. Things for also chargers and accessories. And the volume. Back we have the Nintendo number and Nintendo labels. First, you get this real quick. Nintendo Game Boy takes 4 AA batteries. This system takes 2 AAA batteries, which is quite an improvement. This came out in 1990 or in 89, 96. Just a little bit of comparison real quick. I'll show you guys the side differences. Here's the Game Boy. Here's the Game Boy Pocket. Screen is maybe a little bit bigger on the Pocket, actually. Not really sure. Oh, here's audio jacks too. Charger jack. Let's pop a game in and show you some gameplay real quick. Fix the contrast, and it's glitched. These aren't that cheap, surprisingly. The original Game Boy costs more, but these are a little bit more cheaper than the original Game Boy. Game doesn't want to work. Pop in Contra. See, I have many Game Boy original ones, and it only plays the original Game Boy, not Game Boy Color. It does not fit. But some of them, like the Pokemon Silver and Pokemon Gold, if it's a cartridge, like with the notch on it, it does play. If it doesn't have the notch and the lump on it, it won't play on the system. Let's make it a little better. This little bit of gameplay of Operation C on the Game Boy Pocket. Sounds a little bit lower than the original Game Boy. And it glitched, but here is sound differences on the original Game Boy. See, it's a little better. Let's go ahead, and we're going to turn the systems on at the same time, actually. Let's hear the sound. Here's first the Game Boy Pocket. The Game Boy. So the original Game Boy is bigger, a little bit louder. Now I'm also going to compare it to the Game Boy Advance SP. Here's size differences when it's open. For those that don't have a Game Boy Advance SP, I'm going to show you guys some stuff real quick. Our review coming on this soon, hopefully. So here's when it's folded. So in a way, the Game Boy Advance SP is bigger and smaller. But here we go, I'll turn the volume on so you can different the volume is. Put my imported Pokemon Yellow. So overall, the SP I believe is a little bit louder than the original. I could be wrong though. I don't know for sure. And there is, I believe, the Game Boy itself, review coming on this soon, but just a little bit talk about the Game Boy itself. There is, I believe this is the number one system with the most games on in the world next. Or probably even more than NES worldwide, you guys, but just some of them like imports, US releases, black label games, regular labels, colored labels. But yes, again, is another look at the Game Boy Pocket. One last look. And now it's time for the ratings. Alright guys, that's been my review of the Nintendo Game Boy Pocket. Overall, I give this system a 9 out of 10. It is a great system, but overall it is just a smaller version of this, takes less batteries. Overall, I do suggest the Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP as the more system. Go ahead, here's another look at it. Amazing system overall. Go ahead and pick this up. If you don't have a box for this, please contact me if you have a box for Game Boy Original SP or this one, because I need boxes. But so I'll see you guys next time. I do a review of actually the Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP, and then maybe an original Game Boy review. So see you guys next time.